What's up, guys? My name's Anthony, and today we've got another Chainlink update video. So we are going to talk about this $10 price projection, I'll say, that I talked about last week. We're going to talk about if that is still in play and where I think Chainlink will go from here. But more importantly, we are going to talk about this FUD, this article put out by Zeus Capital. We'll talk about who Zeus Capital is, and I want to give you my theories on the strategic timing of this article, because in my opinion, I think this was definitely created by someone or a group of people who are definitely in tune to the crypto markets. There are some theories thinking that the people who made this article were shorting Link at the time they made it, and I would have to tend to agree, and I'm going to explain why. But before we get started, I just want to let you know what we do here if it's your first time stopping by. First of all, you should know that on Crypto Ride, Chainlink is one of the projects that we have been covering consistently all year. I myself have been in Chainlink for over a year now, and I make regular TA and news updates on the project. So if you are holding Chainlink and you haven't subscribed to this channel, consider doing that. And our most recent project review, if you will, was a setup guide and unboxing of the Ledger Nano X hardware wallet. So if you don't have a hardware wallet yet, definitely consider checking it out. That is one of the best ones in the business. But let's get into it here. And the first article I have for you comes from Cointelegraph, entitled "Dubious Asset Manager Claims to Short Link with a 99% Target." So basically, the long and short of this was that a report authored by Zeus Capital has asserted that the firm is building into a Chainlink short position with a target of 99% gains. And what they were saying is they believe that Chainlink is overvalued to the extent that it could go down to as low as 7 cents. Yep, you heard that right. 7 cents, not $7. And one thing that's worth mentioning, if you haven't noticed, Chainlink has moved all the way up to the number 8 spot, recently surpassing Binance Coin, Crypto.com, and Litecoin itself. The silver to Bitcoin's gold Litecoin. We have now surpassed that with a $3 billion market cap at the moment. So that is worth noting. Let's talk a little bit more about the report. Now, the report offered no citations and featured 0 working links. Many analysts believe that it was authored maliciously. You know, I'm going to say this. A lot of people on crypto Twitter are talking about Nexo, the cryptocurrency project Nexo, that you have some sort of disgruntled employee here. And this is just one tweet about it, and it goes into this whole detail about it. I will retweet it right now, and you can check this out if you are following me on Twitter. If not, just for the record, of course, I am CRAnthony3 on Twitter, so let's connect if we're not already. But basically, there is a whole image talking about how it was someone from Nexo project. Now, I am not here to confirm or deny that that rumor is true, and time will tell. This tweet just came out 1 hour ago, so it's still in the workings. But I can tell you that the Link Marines are a very dedicated group of people, and they will get to the bottom of this. I can also tell you that Link is not a scam, and no, it's not going down to 7 cents. Maybe $7, which we'll talk about in a minute, but definitely not 7 cents. I also want to talk about this Zeus Capital website. So it's Zeus-Capital. Now, there is another website, just Zeus Capital, and that is a reputable company, but this website only came out 7 months ago, and if you go to their news, they only have this one story. So you tell me if this is a legitimate company. You tell me if this company was created specifically to attack Chainlink during the peak of its parabolic rise because they wanted to go short. Let me know in the comments section. Obviously, you know how I feel about it, but let's take a look at the technicals on Link. And right here was the last video I made. I made this on July 7th, right? It was right after we first broke out. And in that video, I was comparing this recent run to the one we saw just about a year ago, right before I got involved in the project. And I talked about what happened there and potentially if the behavior was the same, because we know history tends to not repeat itself, but definitely rhyme when you talk about assets and the way they behave on charts. that it would be possible for Chainlink to hit $10 and even potentially beyond that. So I'm going to let you know in this video where I think it will likely go in the near future. I'm going to get this right out of the way. I will say I do think it's possible for Chainlink to still hit $10 within July. However, I don't think it's probable. What I think we're going to begin to see right now is actually a little bit of a retrace, or even if the crypto market breaks out higher, I think being that, and if you look at the RSI, this is on the daily time frame, you can see we are very overbought right now. We actually breached 80. So 70 is considered overbought. So once you get up here, it's really tough for prices to sustain that level of buying and that upwards motion for a sustained period of time. So it is a natural thing for the price to want to come back down at this point. You can also see that we have moved down for a few days. The price to beat, the most recent all-time high was $8.90. So keep an eye on that price level, $8.90. If we can break through that with some volume again, it's not out of the question for this thing to get above $9 and maybe test that $10 price level. That $10 price level, once we get there, that should probably cause a significant level of resistance just because it is one of those psychological price points. We talk a lot about psychology. Right, all of a sudden you've got 2-digit price tagged for this asset. So that will be one of those key levels, and we'll see if we can break through it. But, so far, this played out exactly how I thought it would. So I felt really good about that. Congratulations to everybody holding Link. It is definitely a long-term hold for me. Just, in the spirit of transparency, I will tell you, I did not sell any of mine during this uptrend. I'm going to definitely stick with this project because I really, truly believe in it. And of course, if you've been following, they have a laundry list of partnerships. Next thing I want to show you, again, we're on the daily time frame here, is this is the Bollinger Band. So you can see how we extended that. And what I want to point out is how far away these two green lines are. And whenever you see these lines get really far apart, what's going to happen is they're going to have to get closer together. And the only way to make that happen is for the price to come back down. Now, this red line here is the 20-day moving average. So it would make sense for the price to coil back down towards this. You can see similar price action here. We extended, this was the 2019 run about a year ago. We extended beyond the Bollinger Bands, and then we had to come right back down. So I think we could be in a situation like that where we have to come back down towards the middle. So now you've got the confluence. You've got the Bollinger Band indicator telling you that on the daily. You've got the RSI oversold, broke over 80. So what I also want to show you is the Fibonacci retracement levels. Now, these levels are very important in cryptocurrency trading, really in all trading, but the more I look into cryptocurrency trading, the more I'm realizing that these levels really do play out. And just take a look at these orange lines here, right? So let me talk about what I did here and how I got this. I took this from the swing low, which was March 13th, right after the COVID crash. I brought this up to the swing high, assuming that what we just saw was a potential high, at least in the short term, which was $8.90. And then you see these orange lines here, which are potential levels of retracement. These are Fibonacci retracement levels. Okay, the most significant one here is the 0.382. Okay, but beyond that, you have the 0.23. So look at this. I just want to show you how we did a stair step up. Right? You saw this level come into play before it even existed. You saw this level come into play before it was existed. So it makes sense that on the way down, these will be potential levels that we will potentially bounce off and stall at and consolidate. Okay, I do think it's possible to see both of these levels. For the record, this is the uptrend we've been talking about for quite some time on this channel. And theoretically, we could fall all the way down. By the way, I'm not saying this is going to happen, but we could theoretically fall all the way down to $4.58 and still be in an uptrend.
Wow!
So let me give you the levels to watch. So if you want to set your price alerts, you're going to set them for $7.12. That would be the 0.23 Fibonacci retracement. Then go ahead and set them at basically $6 and let's say $6 even, $6.05. Anything around there. If you want to set a price target, if you're looking for some trade action, or if you're looking to add to your long position, I don't think there's going to be a need for you to buy at $8. I will say that. I would not buy this asset personally at $8. I know some of you guys on crypto Twitter, I see you guys talk about this and you'll just pay any price. But for those of you guys know me, I like to always buy on the dips and the true dips, and I wait for them, and I try and be patient, and it has paid off for me over the course of the last year. But of course, you do what you want. And I want to talk a little bit more about this Zeus Capital publication here. So they put out this publication on, I think it was the 16th, right, which was right at the top. So when I said earlier in my intro of this video that I thought the person that published this article knew what they were talking about, I think they realized we were overbought. I think they said to themselves, okay, the rise is finishing. Now's the time to release this FUD and hopefully dump this thing down. And, you know, they probably did that so they could make a lot of money. But as we see, you can't really shake Chainlink because it's not a scam. And I also want to say this to you guys. I feel this is very important to say, so pay attention right now, please. A downwards retracement right now is a natural technical move to happen. We have to correct after this parabolic motion. That does not mean Chainlink is a scam. It does not mean that Zeus Capital was telling you the truth in their publication. All right, as far as Nexo goes, I'll say this too. If I were Nexo, if I were working over there, I would issue some sort of public response to this, because you're going to get a lot of heat for this, and you need to explain yourself. You know, if this guy is guilty, this random employee here, Simeon R, who's potentially the person who's being targeted, whoever that is. And again, look at this tweet. There's a lot to this. You need to come clean and explain what's going on there to the community. Like the video if you found value in our content. Subscribe to the channel to join our growing community. Never invest more than you can afford to lose in cryptocurrency. And above all, enjoy the ride and enjoy yourself. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.